it's a nice sunny day here. We're just bringing the ewes back for lambing. Well, we're just due to start next week actually. So we brought some back and just got another load to bring back now. Well, just got another load to get out of the trailer now, because the trailer will only take well, sort of 9 or 10 at a time, depending on how big they are. So we'll just get them out now. Come on there, ladies. So we have got, these are all Welsh mountains. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 I think. Actually reloading themselves back into the trailer at the moment, which is a bit weird. But there we are. Come on! Come on, ladies. Time for a new field. Come on. Taking her own time. So you can see this is a pretty wet field really, but they're actually going to be coming in once I've got them pulled back. So although the shed's not finished, it's got a stone floor, so we'll be able to kind of do what we need to do with it, and some hurdles and stuff. It should be okay. Okay, it's the 28th of February here at Yberllan. We've got well, all bar 2 of the ewes back now. 2 of them are still out in the field, partly because they're a bit of a pain in the arse, and partly because the bearings went on the trailer, on one of the wheels on the trailer, so we can't really use it at the moment. To be fair, we can't put them in anyway, otherwise they'll probably come back in the last load. Yeah, so I'm just going to go and bring the sheep in the yard. They're out in the field at the moment. They'll come in the yard and they'll pretty much be in the yard then, I think, as we lamb them. We'll put them in the shed and stuff. Let's do that now. So you see this field is very, very wet. I think they all are pretty happy to come into the yard, to be honest. Open the gate now. So I've literally just poured a bit of the blended feed we're feeding at the moment on the floor. So we get it in bulk bags and we just use a reused pig food bag or whatever. So you can see they're all pretty happy to come in. There's a couple of stragglers actually by the looks of it. But I think that's it then. And they've got a bale, which is the stuff we made at Summerhill in the summer, which you can see is a bit rubbish around just where the wrap's been, but you can see in past the first layer it's really quite nice. It's dry, which is good for us. We like that. It lasts longer. We haven't got loads of sheep. You can see we've only got well, there's 54 ewes here, so 2 still out, so 56 ewes in total, and then obviously various other ewe lambs and random lambs that are knocking around. Actually, Earl's probably the closest Earl has ever come to a sheep, I think. Suddenly he's just about to meet 50 pregnant ladies. You see, Earl is a good bit bigger than the ewes, or the sow that's with him in fact. So you can see purple dots are for twins, orange dots are for singles. The blue paint is an indication there's something wrong with their feet. There's a few with foot problems, but you know, just it makes it easier when they're all in a pen. We can spot them if they've got blue paint on their backs, so we can check them a bit easier without having to check all of them every time. But yeah, you can see we've got a good mix of singles and doubles. Anyway, back to the haylage, because it was wrapped. It's called haylage. It was it's hay basically because it's so dry. But because we wrapped it as haylage, you can see though it's because we cut it quite late, just trying to show you the top of the bale. There's quite a lot of seeds on it. I'm just trying to show you. Show you the top of the bale here. I don't know if it's not that easy to show, but there's lots of seeds on it, because we cut it quite late, which obviously the land that we manage at Summerhill where we cut this is a National Trust high nature status piece of land. So you can see the ewes are just happily getting into the haylage. Investigating my bucket, which I have from just feeding some pigs. So this is that's actually a Shetland grey-faced Dartmoor cross. So she's got an orange spot, so she's a single. It's her first ever year lambing. She's shearling, so she's just under 2. She's about 1 and 11 months or something like that, I think. So she'll be having her first lamb, and she's in lamb to Forge, who's our pedigree Texel. So hopefully a nice chunky lamb. So the Welsh are typically exploring their boundaries. You can see it's not ideal because we're still a bit of a building site really, but yeah, these are mountain sheep, and the most part, the vast majority of them are really quite robust animals. They've lived outside their whole life, and they are used to spending all their time on really harsh terrain, and this is easy for them, to be honest. And they've also got the shelter of the part built shed, which is part built, so it's not ideal. I hope it will be done by now. We've got, it's better than nothing. And it also, you've got a bit of dry ground, no scraggy. You're investigating my bucket as well, aren't you, which is a shocker. I think they're only in there, no, I don't think, my darling. Yeah, a little bit. Have some haylage instead. So yeah, they're essentially they're in here now, and they're on some dryish, hardish ground, which will be good for their feet actually. It's still really wet at the moment, but it's pretty stony because we put about 80 tons of stone down here recently, so there is quite a bit of stone. There's probably a fair bit here, so I'll help their feet out a bit, help wear them down and keep them dry. And you see there is water running down the yard, but they can avoid that easy, you know. So yeah, that's it really. The haylage has got lots of seeds in it. It's basically as dry as hay. It's the stuff we cut in July, middle of July, from Summerhill, the National Trust land we farm with it's got like a high nature status on it. So there's certain things we can do, certain things we can't do. It's really excellent quality haylage for us anyway. It's quite dry, so probably not suitable for like a dairy farm or something, but for us it's absolutely brilliant. Lasts a long time in the feeders because it's so dry, and the sheep really do enjoy it. So you can see the sheep have been in the yard a few minutes, and they really are enjoying the nice bale of haylage. Like I say, really excellent quality stuff. It's the stuff we did at Summerhill in July, and they're essentially in like top quality summer grass in February, which is obviously probably quite refreshing for them because there's such a high moisture content in the grass at the moment. Although we've got a bit, there isn't much in it really, whereas that stuff is proper quality summer grass. It's quite seedy, which is obviously excellent for nature, and they'll obviously poop out some of those seeds then, and help keep the seeds, you know, help keep the grasses growing for us. But yeah, no, excellent. They're really getting stuck in, which is good because they haven't had any. It's the first haylage they've had in Waited ages. Particular sheep seem a bit more interested in eating the straw, but I guess that's okay. So we still keep our straw outside at the moment because we don't really want to put it inside and then have to move it for the concrete, although I guess we could probably put the next bale in, just because the sheep are going to be in here for a while now, so maybe we don't need to worry about it.
So setting up the lambing pens today. We've got 6-foot hurdles this way and then 4-foot, hay racks, water buckets. So we're heading in the right direction. Need to go and get another few hurdles from our other place. So we get some more pens set up and then
the ladder.
So we're getting ready for lambing, and as you can see, it's snowing. We're trying to put a gale breaker up
Pull this down
in the snow.
on my end.
I don't know whether you can see that from here,
So it's tight down.
but it is snowing.
So we've got the 20-foot gale breaker up on the end of the shed, basically under the cladding, and then underneath that we'll have some sheeted gates eventually, although we haven't got there yet. So yeah, kind of getting there. Not sure how tight it's supposed to be. I think we're kind of in the ballpark. Might have to retighten it after a few days of settling down maybe. It seems to be a bit wonky at the one end, so we might have another go at it again, but it's sort of, it's an improving picture at the moment anyway.
Okay guys, so we are just currently doing our evening feed, and one of the Welsh mountain ewes has just jumped on the bale. So we thought we should film this to show you how wild they are.
So you can see the sheep and the pigs are enjoying the sun. It's quite nice that it's not raining for a change. Don't seem to get many dry sunny days at the moment, but 1st of March today, so St. David's Day, so it's nice to see a bit of sun. So just coming over here this morning, check on the pigs in the orchard, which we moved yesterday, but they've got out, which is quite annoying because we've got a lot of fruit trees and bushes here, so that's a bit of a nightmare for us. So I have to try to resolve this now. Hello girls. So the 3 of them have got out now. You can see they've basically, well, done a hell of a lot of digging in the few hours they've been out for, really. Just a bit annoying, but to be honest, I don't really understand how they've opened the hurdles up like this. Normally you just get a bit of a gap when they'd have broken out, but it looks a bit deliberate to me. So I don't know, they've opened it up in the way a human would open it up, which they've never done before. So we've had pigs get out of hurdle pens lots of times, but not like this. So go and get some feed and we'll try to bung them back in, I guess. So I'm just bringing over some straw and some food, and I hope the pigs will follow me back in. Yeah, they seem fairly keen. So they put themselves back in, which is quite nice. You probably also know they can put themselves back out, I guess, but surprising how much they can turn over in an evening. Oh, itchy eyes. So yeah, anyway, they've turned over quite a bit of soil where they shouldn't have. But I didn't think they'd eaten any of the gooseberry bushes or anything, which is positive. But anyway, we didn't tie up some of these last night because we were tired and it was getting dark when we moved them, so we decided they'd be alright for a night, and we came back over and do it this morning. Clearly it wasn't the best of ideas, because they decided to just take advantage of that, which I had an idea they might, but it is what it is. Give them something extra to eat, I suppose. So we've just brought a couple of last year's lambs over to some new land we've started renting, well, just kind of on the cliff above Amaroth. You can see Amaroth Beach just down below us. We've just been in the yard actually for the last couple of weeks, so they are enjoying the fresh grass, although they've got a lot of wool around their bums to be having such a lot of grass. But you can always clip them in a few days if necessary. It's quite a pretty field, to be honest. Not loads of grass really, but just more than they're used to. Should be enough for them for quite a while though, with only 4 of them. But the ewes and lambs will be coming over here soon.